You can love him or you can hate him, but you can't ignore him. This president is known for his strategic decisions and currently for his ruthless war on Ukraine. Join us for a unique look into the life of one of the most powerful individuals in contemporary history, Vladimir Putin. Let's explore the Russian president's lavish lifestyle and the fascinating aspects of his personal life that have captured the world's attention. Keep your eyes peeled for some shocking details along the way as we discuss a day in the life of Vladimir Putin. Welcome back to The Wealthiest, where you will learn the ins and outs of the world's elite, how they live and how they spend their accumulated wealth. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Enigmatic President. This is the story of Vladimir Putin, Russia's enigmatic president, and a man whose colossal hidden wealth has become legend. With a rumored net worth reaching into the hundreds of billions or even trillions of dollars, Putin is believed to be far and away the richest person on the planet, eclipsing even the flashiest billionaires and royals. But how did a humble former KGB agent manage to accumulate such vast riches? And what does he do with his unimaginable wealth? From sprawling palaces and mega yachts to priceless art collections and secret stakes in some of Russia's biggest companies, Putin's empire of luxury is a realm unlike any other. But just how fantastically rich is Vladimir Putin? It's a question that has obsessed journalists, government officials, and curious citizens for years. On paper, Putin's wealth appears modest. His official salary hovers around a paltry $140,000 per year, and his publicly declared assets include little more than some bank accounts, a few Russian-made cars, and a small apartment, hardly fitting for a man who has wielded more power than nearly any other 21st century leader. But experts universally agree that this official narrative is laughably distant from the truth. The real Vladimir Putin, they say, is a man of almost incomprehensible hidden wealth, with a sprawling secret fortune that may make him the richest individual in the world. Bill Browder, a financier who has investigated Russian corruption for decades, estimates that Putin has accumulated at least $200 billion in assets, nearly 3 times the official wealth of the world's current richest person, Elon Musk. Other observers put the total even higher. Some have claimed that Putin may secretly be the world's first trillionaire, with over $1,000 billion in hidden riches. That's one with 12 zeros after it, an almost unfathomable sum greater than the annual economic output of all but a handful of countries. If true, it would make Putin not just the richest person alive, but possibly the richest person ever in human history. Chapter 2. The Truth Behind the Wealth. So, where does all this stupendous wealth allegedly come from? After all, even in Russia's notoriously corrupt economy, civil servants don't exactly make oligarch money. According to Putin critics and forensic accountants, the answer lies in a web of shady dealings, crooked kickbacks, and straight-up theft on a historic scale. Some of the billions are believed to come from sweetheart deals and hidden stakes in some of Russia's most lucrative industries: oil, gas, minerals, and more. Companies and oligarchs eager to stay in Putin's good graces allegedly cut him in on the juiciest profits, funneling shares to accounts and proxies tied to the president. It's a symbiotic relationship. They get filthy rich, and he gets even filthier rich. Even more money may come through simple skimming of state funds on a jaw-dropping scale. Billions in government contracts for everything from construction to military equipment are given to Putin-friendly companies, which in turn are believed to kick back handsome slices directly into the president's pockets. Some reports suggest Putin may take personal cuts of up to 50% on such deals, dwarfing the traditional 10% bribe for lesser bureaucrats. It's kleptocracy elevated to an art form. Of course, the Kremlin categorically denies that Putin has any such hidden assets or income streams. His spokesman has called claims about his secret wealth complete nonsense and attributed his fancy wristwatches to generous gifts from admirers. However, documents and insider accounts that have emerged over the years suggest otherwise. From the Panama Papers' revelations of his cronies' billions stashed in offshore havens to intelligence reports detailing his hidden stakes in state companies to oligarchs caught admitting on wiretaps that Putin gets a hefty cut of their profits, the evidence of Titanic's secret riches has piled up. So, while we may never know the full scope of Putin's true net worth, it's clear that the official story of a modestly salaried civil servant is far from reality. Instead, Vladimir Putin appears to be a man of historic, almost unimaginable hidden wealth, a shadow trillionaire whose empire of luxury affords him a lifestyle mirrored by residences and palaces, with wealth rumored to reach into the hundreds of billions or even trillions of dollars. It's no surprise that Vladimir Putin enjoys access to some of the most spectacular real estate imaginable. Chapter 3. Lavish Properties. While his official presidential home is the Kremlin Senate building, a relatively modest Moscow apartment long served as Putin's primary registered address. But behind the scenes, Putin has long had keys to a sprawling network of over 20 lavish palaces and villas scattered across Russia and beyond, residences whose total grandeur and luxury would make the world's royal families blush. The crown jewel of Putin's property empire is believed to be the so-called Palace of Putin, a breathtaking seaside compound located near the resort town of Gelendzhik on the Black Sea coast. Estimated to have cost over $1 billion, this palatial estate features staggering luxuries fit for a modern-day czar. A private theater and casino, multiple swimming pools, lavish spas replete with Turkish baths, a music lounge filled with rare instruments, a pole dancing room for female entertainers, and a fully underground ice hockey rink where Putin and his cronies can skate in total privacy. The landscaped grounds boast vineyards, an amphitheater, a greenhouse filled with precious plants, and even an arboretum to satisfy the president's botanical fancies. The palace itself mixes elegant neoclassical styles with garish touches befitting an oligarch with more money than taste, double-headed eagle motifs, millions in Italian luxury furnishings, tacky faux classical statues, and friezes. Of course, the entire area is very secure, with many guards, radar jammers, a no-fly zone above, and even anti-missile systems close by. It's all top-notch protection for the president's billion-dollar paradise. Putin has more than just the Black Sea Palace. Near Sochi is his country cottage, a huge 200,000 square foot villa that features a private movie theater, a summer amphitheater, a 2,500 foot indoor pool, and an elegant tea house. For a more active getaway, he visits his ski lodges in the Caucasus Mountains. The best one is a large chalet in Krasnaya Poliana, which has 1,500 square foot suites, a private chairlift to the slopes, and a banya for relaxing after skiing. History fans will be happy to learn that Putin enjoys more than just big new mansions. He reportedly loves the Selgren Villa, a century-old Art Nouveau beauty near St. Petersburg, which has been carefully restored to show off his love for classic luxury. He also often makes secret trips to fancy homes in Chechnya, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan, where local leaders are eager to host him. These grand places have many servants and are protected by elite security, so Putin doesn't have to mix with everyday people. His collection of palaces and villas is said to cover over 100,000 hectares, which is larger than New York City. With beautiful grounds and luxurious amenities, these homes highlight Putin's lavish lifestyle, while many citizens struggle to make ends meet. While American presidents live in the White House and Camp David, these places can't compare to Putin's huge estates. For example, the White House is only 55,000 square feet, smaller than the gym in one of his Black Sea villas. Putin's homes are filled with valuable antiques, from Persian rugs to fancy pianos. After all, what good is a vast fortune if you can't enjoy the best things in life? Chapter 4. Modes of Transportation. As Vladimir Putin, only the most elite modes of transportation will do. With a secret fortune rumored to be in the hundreds of billions or even trillions, he can indulge his tastes when it comes to air travel. Putin has two ultra-lavish jetliners at his disposal. The crown jewel of his fleet is an Ilyushin IL-96 wide-body airliner, originally designed to carry over 300 passengers, but reconfigured to meet one man's every whim. This flying mansion features a spacious presidential bedroom, a fully equipped conference room, a communication center, a kitchen staffed by expert chefs, and even a full gym and bathing area, ensuring Putin looks his best upon arrival. With its iconic blue and white livery, this plane announces that Russia's most powerful man is on the move. For shorter trips, Putin uses his customized Dassault Falcon 7X jet. Although it's smaller than the IL-96, this sleek French jet has all the luxury and communication tools he needs to stay connected with the Kremlin. However, his most valuable plane is the secret IL-80 Doomsday jet, made for him to control Russia's nuclear weapons during a war. This heavily modified aircraft has advanced communication systems, protection against radiation, and emergency generators. Although few photos of the inside exist, it's believed to have a command center, medical facilities, and an escape pod, making it a $500 million military symbol. On the ground, Putin's motorcade is just as impressive. When he travels in Moscow, he uses a convoy of over 50 armored vehicles, with his limousine at the center. The Aurus Senate is a luxurious, heavily protected car weighing over 14,000 pounds and has nearly 600 horsepower. Its tires are reinforced to avoid punctures, and its thick windows can withstand gunfire, landmines, and some missile attacks. Inside, it features high-quality leather, rare woods, and gold trim. Designed by Putin himself, the Senate includes high-tech features like night vision, anti-glare lights, and a smoke screen to confuse would-be attackers. Truly, the ultimate vehicle for a leader who spares no expense. Putin has a strong interest in his collection of luxury cars, which includes a 1956 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, a rare 1963 Bentley S3 Continental, and a modern Porsche 911 that costs over $400,000. His garage also has Russian-made cars, like classic Volgas and modern Marussia supercars. Many of these cars were gifts from foreign billionaires hoping to gain his favor. Putin's love for vehicles doesn't end with cars. He is said to own 6 luxury yachts, including a 270-ton super yacht with fancy bedrooms, a gym, twin helipads, and even a 3D movie theater. Other yachts in his collection include the Olympia, which has a swimming pool that turns into a dance floor, and the Richest, which is rumored to have a music studio. Each yacht has advanced security systems for protection while at sea. The most interesting part of Putin's transport collection is his secret armored train, used for private trips with his top advisors. This luxurious train has bedrooms, kitchens, and conference rooms, all heavily guarded, allowing Putin to travel safely across the country. All told, Putin's dizzying array of ultra-elite transports underscores his position as a leader for whom no excess is too extreme, no luxury too lavish. From jets that cost more than many nations' GDP to yachts longer than city blocks, this is a vehicular collection fit for the grandest of modern czars, all secretly owned by a man who still claims to live on a humble civil servant's salary. In Putin's Russia, it seems all pigs are equal, but some are more equal than others, especially when they can get around in flying palaces. Chapter 5: The Collection of Watches. Vladimir Putin is a man with nearly endless resources and ambition, so it's no surprise that he goes after his hobbies with the same energy he uses to control the Kremlin. These interests show a leader who wants to show he is in charge in every area. A great example is his huge collection of luxury wristwatches. Putin prefers the rarest and most expensive watches, including the $500,000 Lange & Söhne Zeitwerk, a complex watch given to him by a German auto executive, and the $300,000 Patek Philippe perpetual calendar watch, popular among royalty. His $1 million Blancpain Lebrassus minute repeater is said to chime like the bells of the Kremlin. Overall, he is thought to own over $700,000 in high-end watches, which is a shocking amount given his supposedly modest official salary. Chapter 6: Luxury Wardrobe. But impressive as his watches may be, they positively pale in comparison to Putin's sartorial splendor. For a man who rose to power portraying a humble, no-frills persona, Putin's wardrobe tells a very different story. The Russian president is renowned for his bespoke suits, all crafted by the most elite European tailors, from the fabled Italian suit maker Brioni, known for dressing James Bond, to the rarefied Loro Piana workshop, where suits start at $25,000. Putin spares no expense in ensuring he's always the best best-dressed man in the room. Insiders say the president's closets brim with over 50 handmade suits, each perfectly fitted to his compact frame. He favors dark, serious tones and is known to dress almost exclusively in pricey labels like Valentino and Salvatore Ferragamo. For casual wear, Putin prefers luxury sweaters and polo shirts from the Italian brand Loro Piana, known for its high-quality wool and cashmere. His activewear includes expensive ski jackets from the French brand Moncler, costing over $1,200 each. A team of staff is always ready to keep him looking sharp. When he travels, a large selection of clothes is packed in separate suitcases on a private plane, so he's prepared for any chance to look good. However, Putin is not just about fancy clothes. He works hard to show a tough image through manly activities. Chapter 7. Hobbies and Interests. Over the years, he has arranged numerous photo ops to depict himself engaged in all manner of red-blooded hobbies, from hunting and fishing to racing Formula One cars around a track. Among Putin's most beloved pastimes is horseback riding, and he is frequently seen mounted on a majestic steed, trotting through the Siberian wilderness or the grand plazas of the Kremlin. For big game hunts, he favors traditional short swords and antique muskets. Other cherished outdoorsy hobbies include motorcycling, hang gliding, bobsledding, and, of course, his much-photographed bare-chested fishing expeditions. When he is not playing rugged frontiersman, Putin can often be found indulging his love for winter sports like ice hockey and skiing, the latter at his lavish private resort in the Caucasus Mountains. There, he can take to the slopes via a private chairlift before retiring to his palatial ski lodge. It's all part of the action man image he carefully cultivates, that of a leader stronger and more virile than his decadent Western counterparts. While Putin's tough guy hobbies are impressive, they are nothing compared to the lavish cultural activities that are said to fill his private time. Take, for instance, his sprawling art collection, believed to be one of the world's largest in private hands, with a value estimated in the billions. Putin's hoard supposedly includes masterpieces from the likes of Picasso, Monet, Van Gogh, and Rothko, many obtained through his cronies in the shady high-end art trade. The jewel of the collection is said to be a near-priceless compilation of rare Fabergé eggs, once owned by the czars themselves, art fit for a king. Chapter 8. A Secret Family. One of Vladimir Putin's most intriguing secrets may be his hidden second family. For years, rumors have circulated about his relationship with Olympic gold medal gymnast Alina Kabaeva, who is 30 years younger than him. Sources say they have several children together, including at least one son and twin daughters, all kept away from the public eye. This family is believed to have moved between various secret homes in Russia and Switzerland, where Kabaeva reportedly gave birth. Putin has denied these claims, and even mentioning Kabaeva's name has become risky for the media in Russia. Putin's obsession with power and masculinity makes it easy to believe he would do anything to show his dominance, even in private matters. His lavish lifestyle, featuring luxurious homes, intense workout photos, priceless art, and rumored hidden heirs, shows he wants to excel in every area. In Putin's Russia, controlling politics and accumulating wealth isn't enough. One must also be the best rider, the greatest hunter, and the most refined connoisseur. Mastery is key, and no part of life can be left unconquered. Chapter 9. Putin and the Rich Elite. Take American presidents, for example, long considered the ultimate icons of free world power and prestige. While leaders like Donald Trump and Joe Biden boast impressive personal fortunes in the tens or hundreds of millions, their wealth absolutely pales next to Putin's rumored hoard. The richest American president, Trump, is estimated to be worth around $3 billion, an impressive sum, but essentially a rounding error in Putin's ledger. Even the vaunted Kennedy family fortune, at its height, would be dwarfed dozens of times over by the Kremlin titan's riches. Putin's wealth is impressive compared to other strong leaders. While North Korea's Kim Jong-un spends his country's money on military shows, Putin keeps his riches to himself. China's Xi Jinping enjoys power too, but he hasn't built up as much wealth as Putin. Putin acts like a modern ruler, mixing the style of past rulers with cleverness from the Soviet era. He surrounds himself with loyal supporters, giving them wealth while keeping tight control over any opposition. This creates a ruler who combines old excess with modern strategies. His huge wealth shows his power in a country still affected by the hardships of the Soviet era. To the Russian people, his luxurious lifestyle sends a clear message. He is in total control and cannot cannot be touched. Putin's billions are not just personal luxuries, they are essential to his rule. In Putin's world, diamonds are not just pretty, they are important tools for his power. If you liked our video, please leave a comment letting us know what you liked and why. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to show your support and not miss any upcoming content. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, dream big and shoot for the stars.